and welcome to the Sleuth booth. This is my newly created channel where we're going to be looking at different sets of mysteries, ongoing crime investigations, unexplained mysteries from the past, like things that were unsolved, whether it be like the missing 411, for example. It could be, the ongoing cases of, is it Gabby Petito and the young girl from Tennessee, Summer Wells, which we're actually going to have a little look at today, because I've been following the Gabby Petito quite extensively for the last, must be nearly 2 months now. Nearly 2 months I've been following that. That's gone pretty cold at the moment. We're still waiting for all the facts to come out, but at the same time, there's not been much happening over the last 2 weeks or something. And to be honest with you, there's so much information out there on Gabby Petito that there wasn't any point of me doing that video. But if anybody's not looked into Gabby Petito and wants me to give, bring you up to date on it, because I've been following it, I know everything that's out there now because I've been following it quite a lot. So if anyone does want me to do a video of that, just hit that, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a little segment for those that haven't followed the Gabby Petito case and wants me to explain it to them. But anyway, I haven't looked into the Summer Wells case. Now, I am aware of it. Believe it or not, the first person who made me aware of it was Ryan Upchurch. I think it was when Ryan Upchurch offered money for a lead to Gabby Petito, and then I think he received a comment on his Instagram about, I can't remember what kind of comment. I remember him explaining it. I can't remember what the comment was, but it made him want to look closer to home to say, well, okay, this is getting a lot of light, this case, but what's going on in my area that's not getting the attention it needs? And he explained about this 5-year-old girl that had been either been abducted or gone missing or whatever. And that was the first time I ever heard of it, but I never looked into it until this morning. So I've literally gone in blind this morning on this case. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. I've pulled up one small news report to start me off. I've been watching. I watched the about 50% of the Behaviour panel with the Summer Wells update. The Dr. Phil and the Behaviour panel. I believe is it Scott Rouse, Greg Hartley. I think Scott Rouse and Greg Hartley interviewed the parents of Summer Wells. I think they interviewed the parents, and they did an interview with the dad on his own. He may have done both of them, but all I've seen today is there was an interview with both of them and then the dad alone.
Live in the country, you don't expect that kind of stuff.
Calm down for a minute.
No, I want to go.
These are tough questions.
No, I'm being interrogated again, and I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, I am.
Now, before I came into this case, I was, from things that I see, you can't help but see certain news reports pop up on your news feed or whatever. Like, I was under the impression that they were really going for the dad. They were really going for the dad, and he's got a very colourful history when it comes to criminal record. Ties to certain people. I know there's been talk about some version of, I think, is it cornbread mafia, which I'm guessing is insinuating a southern state mafia called cornbread mafia. Some people are obviously poking fun at that name. Others are not taking it seriously. I've heard some people who are following this case, I believe on Popcorn Planet. There was a lady on Popcorn Planet who has been following this case deeply. She said that cornbread mafia holds no weight. You can't find any information about that. I think it's just a small group of people, just come up with something, but they're not like a criminal enterprise, I think how she put it. But what was see, I trust, I do trust people when it comes to like smart people, like not always, but like you see the Behaviour panel. I really enjoy, if you haven't subbed to them already, go sub to them, the Behaviour panel. I really like their breakdowns. They are very high up, like military grade, government grade, human lie detectors, really. You know, they do interrogations and things like that. They read people's behaviour and their patterns of speech and stuff like that. And they actually seemed like they was pointing towards the mum, which I am hearing that narrative more now. I mean, I know a whole bunch of narratives started the minute they took to social media. I know that much, that after they went to social media, there was a lot of discrimination because of, you know, they were sort of being put in that hillbilly redneck box, which caused a lot of problems. I think the mum's been distressed about that. She keeps saying she feels interrogated. I've seen that. I know there's a hell of a lot of empathy and sympathy out there for the parents, but there's also a lot of speculation, and I think it's purely because of the conduct. I think the mix of the father's history and the mother's current conduct, I think that those two, and the fact that they had their sons taken away. Now, I knew yesterday, before I decided to look into this, I remember hearing something about they had their kids taken away from them, and it turned out it was the sons. I mean, I saw some clips on YouTube this morning where they showed inside the house. It was very cluttered. Like, some bits looked okay, but it was mostly cluttered. It almost looked like there was a hoarding situation going on. But apparently the girl wanted to play in the basement. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I'm from the UK. I've never had a basement. We don't really have basements here. Some, like in London, they kind of do, but they're not sort of the same as your basements. But out here, outside of the city, I mean, there's no basement. So I don't understand. But to me, I would feel very strange. Like, if I was a kid, right, you wouldn't catch me in a basement on my own for nothing. No way on hell. And I like all that spooky stuff. I love scary stories. I love horror movies. You will not catch me in a basement. It's probably because I like those things. You would not catch me in a basement playing with my toys. Hell no, I would be somewhere where there's people, windows, door, you know. I'd be somewhere where I felt a bit safer than a basement. I wouldn't be safe in a basement, but apparently, you know, this didn't raise a flag for anyone. I mean, I think the narrative is they was outside picking flowers, the mum and the Summer, and I think they went back inside. She told the boys to watch the girl. The three sons are watching TV or whatever in the lounge, and she's asked them to watch Summer. The mum's gone to the nans, the grandmas, who lives on the same property. It's like a big plot, a clearing of land that has got a house and like a trailer type house where the gran lives, and then they live in the house, and it's got like a driveway that goes around the whole place. So, and then it's got like, I think he had 2 exits. So I'll bring the picture up now for you, the aerial view. And somewhere where I'm pointing now, there's a door that comes from the basement straight out to where that road is, and dense forests. And I think that the father said that the dogs were following that trail, as if like she was taken through the forest, and he's adamant that she was abducted. But the Behaviour panel felt like he didn't trust the mum's accounts of what happened. So, you know, it's hard to tell. You know, I don't know what I still don't know what the boys have said. I don't think we're going to know that because of their age. I'm sure they've been spoken to, but I still don't know. There may be something I haven't looked yet, but I haven't seen anything like the brothers have said. you know, whether they corroborate the mum's story or etc. And the same as the gran. I haven't seen anything about the gran. I mean, I don't know whether these people just said, look, we're opting out of the media side of things. Maybe. I'm sure you can do that. I don't know if you can do that, but I'm sure you probably can. If it's prior, you know, anyone can shove a camera in your face until you tell them, you know. But that's a sketchy thing too, because I think that only works in public. Like if you're at home, you're safe. Your privacy should be safe. But I mean, I know in this country, when you step outside, you kind of waiver your privacy because of CCTV. I mean, there's these auditing channels that, you know, have people going around filming police stations, and they don't get in any trouble. They piss people off, but they don't get in any trouble because technically it's legal. But anyway, what happened to Summer Wells? Hunt for missing 5-year-old who parents claim vanished 5 months ago. So this happened in June as well, that's really alarming. You know, this is not like she's been gone a week or something. She's been gone months. Summer Wells vanished without a trace back on June 15th, and investigators appear to be no closer to getting answers in the case. So there's a picture of Summer there. That seems to be the popular photo going around. She seems to have a lot of life in her. I can imagine she was a very active kid. I think her dad said she was very much, you know, into nature, but at the same time said that she didn't drift too far from the house, or she only circled the house. So she was obviously forbidden from the dense forest, or was she? Is that the parents trying to look a bit better in public? You know, like you might let your child do something and think nothing of it, and then suddenly when the spotlight's on you, like, damn, maybe I really shouldn't be doing that. These people are looking at me all sus, and now I'm thinking about it. And, you know, it can be very pressuring on being in the public eye. So you don't know whether they've just said, oh yeah, no, she never went any further away. She probably did. I mean, children are adventurous. She probably did venture into some of those dense forests, maybe a little way, not too far maybe, but enough to, you know, venture out, especially if she loved nature, like he said. So 5 months have passed. Let me just wet my mouth. 5 months have passed since the mysterious disappearance of Summer Wells from Hawkins County, Tennessee, and investigators appear to be no closer to finding out what happened to the 5-year-old girl. Despite hundreds of tips pouring in from the public, which there's going to be, how many of them tips are useful is what I would like to know. A $40,000 reward for information and attempts to locate the driver of a red pickup truck spotted. That's what I've got to mention. There was apparently a red pickup truck that hasn't been accounted for yet. No one's come forward, no one knows, but it was there. Spotted in the area at the time. The search seemed like it hit a wall. See, again, you know, and I don't want to read on because obviously you have to register with them, and I don't know. But I thought I'd just start with that. If you guys have been following the Summer Wells, please feel free to educate me in the comments. Tell me what I need to touch on, where I need to be looking, who I need to be following. You know, I've watched some bits of News Nation. I've watched the Behaviour panel with Dr. Phil. And I've been read this little segment out of the Independent. I've not dipped much further than that, other than little clips here and there. But and if you don't know about Summer Wells, stay tuned. I will be jumping on this subject even more. But something else I want to be checking out today is I've been looking for missing people in this area. Well, not in this area, but, you know, in the UK. And, you know, neighbour in the UK, you know, somewhere closer to home to see, you know, who else needs to be, you know, who else we need to be looking for. Because the one thing I noticed is I didn't realise until I started setting this channel up. I thought to myself, oh, this should be pretty easy because I can just go online, get the information that I need, and then, you know, put these stories out there, have conversations, and, you know, try and spread the word and help find these people, at least find out what's happened to them. And I keep coming across this site, And it's telling me, it's giving me photographs. So here we have Noni Channa. Noni Channa, she's 15, or that was the age that was the age she was at the time she disappeared. 15 years old, missing from Forest Hill, London. See, this is like less than an hour drive away from me, and I've never seen this picture in my life. She's been missing since the 21st of November, so extremely recent. That's yesterday. So she was reported missing yesterday. And there's the reference number there. But one thing I'm finding on this site is, I'll go down to the next one. Ilona Golobec, East Midlands. See, the UK is not a big place. I should be able to recognise, but these don't get pushed enough. They really, really don't. You know, it's amazing how many memes you see over and over again on social media, but you don't really see these photos coming down. We need to push the algorithm towards these groups like this, missing people. But one thing I would ask for missing people is, I need something to work on. Like, you see, with these big cases that the mainstream media push out there, we know everything. We know when they've had their bodies being found. We know when there's been a forensic autopsy. We know when there's been, you know, we know the story. We've heard from the loved ones. But here, all we have is the age, where they're from, or where they're missing from. Boston, Lincolnshire. This woman's 27. She's been missing since the 9th of this month. And this is the reference number. Download a poster. But it says that, Iona, we're here for you whenever you are ready, which they put on each one of these. But if I go down, there's no information. Like, tell me, like, where is this investigation as it is? Because, like, does she have a new boyfriend? And where's he? What's he say about it all? Or has he gone missing too? Do you know what I mean? Are there any of these people that are missing? They look individual on the screen, but could they be connected? Could these two people be missing together for the same reason? So it's hard, because you're not getting nothing but their photograph, their age, and where they went missing from. So, you know, you kind of have to go outside. And I've tried to Google some of these names, and I will continue to try and Google some of these names. But what I think I need to do is use social media to find people close to these people that actually know this person and know what's going on, or have an idea of what may happen. You know, was there anything sinister going on in their life, or could there have been a reason? Was there mental health issues going on? Was there lots of things? You know, did she act cagey before she went missing? These sort of things I think we need to know. So I'm going to try and find out if we can, you know, get more information from social media. And you guys, if you guys can help out. You know, we've got, was it Ilona Golobec here, and the previous one, we'll start with these two. We'll try and find these two. Noni Channa. So Noni Channa and Ilona Golobec. These are the two we want to try and find. So I'll leave the link for these in the description, along with other links. You'll see I'll put lots of links there for you know, all of the sources we've looked at today, and a link to the Behaviour panel talking about the summer wells. I'll give you the link to that. I highly recommend you subscribe to them, because they're really, really, really good. There's 4 of them: Scott Rouse, Greg Hartley, Mark something. I think Mark's from the UK. The other 3 guys are from the States. I know Scott Rouse and Greg Hartley, they do a lot. They work together a lot. And then there's the other guy. What's his name? Greg, I think. I think his name might be... We've got Greg Hartley. I can't remember. But head over to the Behaviour panel, because you'll really enjoy it over there. You'll get a lot of information. They're really, really good. They look at everything. They did Prince Andrew. And they just look for the telltale signs of hiding something, knowing more, not being forthcoming. You know, they're lie detectors, human lie detectors. They use techniques, and they look at everything. They did the Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case, Prince Andrew, as I said. They've done the Summer Wells parents. They've done a whole range of stuff. They do everything. It's crazy. They really is, and it's really interesting to watch. So I highly recommend you go over there, guys. As I say, this was an introduction today. I'm going to be looking deeper into all of these cases, the Summer Wells and these two people missing from the UK, these two ladies, one Noni Channa and Ilona Golubek. So we'll look into those, and if I get any more information, I'll do another segment on that. So please stay tuned for my next video. My next video will most likely be going deeper into the Summer Wells case, and obviously giving you an update of anything else I find out from these two missing ladies right here. I thank you very much for coming over, and please make sure you do subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what information that you know, what you would like to hear me talk about, and if there's anybody missing in your area that you would like me to highlight, let me know and I'll do a segment on that too. Guys, it's been fantastic. Thank you very much. You've been in the Sleuth booth.